What's up, boys? Hope you had a nice Christmas. It's that time of the year when the college football playoffs really get good. I was thinking we can play the Rose Bowl since it's going to be the most exciting game.
I call Oregon since they are number one, and I am also number one.
Can we change it to a different bowl game? You know, mix it up from the other alternate universes of ourselves playing this game.
Not sure what you mean by alternative universes, Joe, but sure. What bowl game do you guys want to make it?
Pop-Tarts.
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 Pop-Tarts. Okay, Pop-Tarts Bowl, I guess. Since you two seem really excited to play in the Pop-Tart Bowl, why don't we have Trump play as Oregon and Biden play as Ohio State?
Sounds good, Obama. Biden, I couldn't help but notice the rankings are different than they are in real life. What gives?
Well, that's because the Chinese government hacked the White House EA account, so we can't play any EA game online. So no ranking update.
Is that why you texted me to tariff the shit out of the Chinese for revenge for the White House EA account?
Jesus Christ, what has politics become since I've left?
Why don't you buy us a new PS5 Trump? You're rich after all.
All right, listen, this is tough for me to talk about, but I'm a transparent guy, so here it is. I lost big. Huge. All on rubber ducky races. I thought I had it figured out, folks. I really did. There was this McDonald's-themed duck, bright red and yellow, golden arches right on its little chest, looked strong, looked fast. I called it Big Quack Mac. Perfect name, right? Everyone said it was a winner. First race, total disaster. Big Quack Mac got stuck in the current, just spinning in circles like it was lost at sea. I said, okay, it's fine. Bad luck. So I doubled down. Bet more. Told myself, Trump doesn't lose. Ducks love me. Next race, even worse, it flipped over, folks. Belly up like a fried fish fillet. Meanwhile, there's a pirate duck with an eye patch just cruising past it. Unbelievable. But did I stop? No. I tripled down. Had a crowd watching. Everyone's chanting, Big Quack Mac. It felt like a rally. Final race. This is the one that broke me. Big Quack Mac actually took off. Leading the pack, looked unstoppable. I'm already planning the victory speech. And then out of nowhere, a giant seagull swoops down, picks up Big Quack Mac and flies off. Gone. Just gone. I tried to argue it was interference. They said, no refunds, Mr. Trump. I told them I'd build a wall around the pond to keep the birds out next time. But honestly, Barack, Joe, I haven't recovered. Still can't look at a McDonald's without seeing that duck or a seagull.
Donald, you're not going to believe this, but back in the 1950s, I was the best rubber duck trainer in the tri-state area, hands down. Started out simple, you know, just racing the normal ducks. But then I got into the weird ones, the ducks nobody believed in, and I made champions. There was this one, Squeaky Lightning, bright pink, wore sunglasses painted right on. It glowed in the dark, Donald. Couldn't even tell which way it was facing. But that duck had spirit. I trained it in my bathtub, hours of currents and bubble storms. That duck could surf a whirlpool by the end of it. And then there was Quackzilla. Big, green, covered in tiny spikes. People said it looked like a cactus with wings. It sang 3 times during practice, but I taught it how to float through sheer willpower. Used a kazoo to hype it up before races, really got it in the zone. But my favorite? Disco Duckatron 3000. That one had mirror tiles all over it, blinded the competition. I trained it to spin in place and reflect sunlight like a laser beam. Once, it caused a seagull panic, birds flying everywhere. Got banned from 2 ponds after that. So Donald, next time you're betting on ducks, you call me first. I'll set you up with a duck dynasty that can't lose.
Joe, listen, are you busy this Friday? Because I've got a big idea. Huge. There's this place, Quacker Downs Raceway, best duck racing track in the country. State-of-the-art pond, Joe. They've got mini waterfalls, tiny speed bumps, and even a loop-de-loop. It's like a roller coaster for rubber duckies. Tremendous setup. I'm thinking we head down there, grab a couple of corn dogs, the jumbo ones, not the sad little ones, and we bet big. I've got my eye on a duck called Turbo Feathers. Fastest duck in the West got spark plugs painted on its sides. But if you want to bring one of your weirdos like Disco Duckatron 3000, you let me know. And if we lose, no big deal. We'll hit the Snack Lagoon. They've got fried Oreos and root beer slushies. But I'm telling you, Joe, this is my comeback story. We're walking out of Quacker Downs champions. What do you say?
Donald, I'm in. Absolutely in. But I'm going to have to reschedule my meeting with the Prince of Atlantis first. Yeah, real big deal. He wanted to discuss kelp farming innovations and some mermaid zoning laws. Important stuff. But honestly, that guy never stops talking about seahorse traffic patterns. So I'll push it back, no problem. Because Cracker Downs Raceway, that's history in the making, pal. I'm bringing my old champion, Captain Splashbeak. It's got jet fins and a chrome beak. Fastest duck I ever trained, except it spins uncontrollably in high winds. Might need a little tuning. And Donald, you better believe I'm hitting the Snack Lagoon. I'm getting deep fried spaghetti on a stick. You have to try it. And if we win, I'm buying everyone a bucket of nacho cheese. So count me in. I'm ready to quack and roll.
We need a strategy. These other ducks, they're not playing fair. I heard there's one called Sir Quack-a-Lot. Came all the way from Switzerland. Runs on solar power, Joe. Practically a cyborg. We can't let that thing win. So here's what I'm thinking. Sabotage. Nothing illegal, of course. Just a little creative interference. Maybe we sneak in some extra bubbles in the water to get the other ducks spinning out. Or, and this is genius, we magnetize the track. My duck, Turbo Feathers, has a tiny metal plate in it. The others, plastic junk. We just give it a little magnetic boost and boom, it's flying. Or we could go old school, sprinkle some breadcrumbs near the starting line and get the other ducks distracted. They'll be too busy snacking and ours will be cruising. What do you think, Joe?
Donald, no, absolutely not. We can't sabotage the other ducks. That's bad duck karma. You ever heard of the legend of the eternal quack? Ancient rubber ducky folklore, Donald? Says if you cheat in a race, the duck spirit of the bathtub abyss curses you forever. Your bathwater turns cold, your soap disappears, and worst of all, your toes get pruny and never go back. I'm not messing with that kind of duck magic. My grandma, bless her soul, she had a lucky ducky. Called it Sir Bubblesworth the Brave. Won 7 races straight until someone tried to glue its beak shut. You know what happened to them? Slipped on a bar of soap and broke both collarbones. True story. So no cheating, Donald. We win this fair and square.
Joe, come on. You got to help me cheat. Just a little. Look, I get the whole duck spirit curse thing. I respect it. I really do. But what if, and hear me out, we do something that's barely cheating, like strategic encouragement. Maybe we put a tiny motor in the duck, not to win, just to give it a nudge. No one would even notice. And Joe, if you help me, I'll make it worth your while. I'll get you 50 gallons of pudding, chocolate, vanilla, banana, whatever you want. I'll even throw in one of those life-size gummy bears, the 50-pounder. You could bathe in it if you wanted. Or, better idea, how about a solid gold duck trophy, engraved with champion of the Quackiverse? You could hang it in the Oval Tub Room or wherever you keep your duck memorabilia. Joe, think about it. This is legacy stuff. You and me, duck legends. All we need is a little push. What do you say? Partners in duck domination?
Little do these fools know, I am the reigning rubber ducky champion.
Donald, I already told you, no cheating. And if you bring it up one more time, I'm reporting you straight to the International League of Aquatic Floatables, the ILAF. They don't mess around. You think the FBI is scary? Try dealing with duck inspectors in bowler hats and rain boots. They'll confiscate your ducks, drain your bathtub privileges, and slap you with a lifetime ban from pond access. You'll be a duck disgrace, Donald. People will call you the foul fiend of Cracker Downs. You'll never be able to show your face at a duck derby again. And don't think I won't do it. I've got their hotline number memorized. And I'm not afraid to use it. So let's keep it clean, all right? We're going to race fair and square. And if your duck loses, you're buying me 2 buckets of deep-fried pickles at the Snack Lagoon.
All right, fine. No cheating. I get it. The duck spirit or the ILAF, police or whatever. I don't need them breathing down my neck. Last thing I want is some guy in waders showing up at my house with a clipboard and taking my ducks away. That'd be devastating. But I'm telling you, Joe, if we lose, I'm blaming you and your whole sacred duck religion, and I'm not sharing my deep-fried Twinkies at the Snack Lagoon. But you know what? Maybe we don't need to cheat. My duck turbo feathers, it's got heart, it's got spirit, and with your kazoo or duck whispering magic, maybe we actually pull this off. So let's do it. But if that Swiss cyborg duck wins, Joe, I'm filing an official complaint. I won't stand for rigged ponds.
Rubber ducky racing is the least rigged sport in the world. It's nothing like the NFL. May the Chiefs keep making me money. Duck racing is pure. It's sacred. You know why? Because the Rubber Ducky Racing Authority, the RDRA, has rules so tight, not even a soap bubble can slip through. First off, every duck has to pass a buoyancy test. They lower it into a vat of pixie enchanted bathwater. If it tilts even a millimeter, it's disqualified. And don't get me started on the beak calibration checks. They use precision lasers to measure angles, and if that beak's off by even half a quack, you're out. Then there's the feather fluff inspection. You know those decorative feather decals some ducks have? They can only be made of certified non-slip polymers. I've seen some teams get disbanded because of illegal glitter. Oh, and the wind tunnels. Every duck has to be tested for aerodynamic fairness. No duck can have an unfair wind advantage. They've got scientists with goggles and clipboards analyzing duck drag. Donald, this sport's so clean it squeaks. So if you think you're going to game the system, just know the RDRA is already 2 steps ahead of you with duck drones and underwater cameras. Now quit worrying and focus on training turbo feathers. It's going to need it.
Did someone say drones?
Jesus Obama, you haven't said a word in 11 minutes, and the first thing you contribute to the conversation is about drones. Classic Obama.
Do you guys even know who the Rubber Ducky champion is?
That's a real mystery, my friend. No one really knows who owns it. It's got this mysterious golden beak that almost glows in the dark, like it's been dipped in pure moonlight. The feathers are this perfect shade of royal blue, and it's got a tiny crown on top of its head, like it's been born to rule the pond. It flies around the track like it's on jets, no splash, no drag. People are mystified by it. Some say it's made by aliens. Others think it might be a time traveler's duck, from the future. I don't know, Barack, but it sure is impressive.
I think he's from Alabama because the duck's name is Obama.
How do you spell the duck's name?
O apostrophe B-A-M-A.
Yup. Total mystery of whose duck that belongs to.
I love you guys, I really do. But sometimes your stupidity really shocks me.
Also good game, Trump. Get your ass kicked.
Shit was rigged. The Chinese hacked Oregon, and I was using a sticky controller.
Why was your controller sticky? It's your own personal one.
Well, Stellar Blade was on sale, and I played it.
That was my game of the year. All her cute outfits really made for some good gameplay. I had to throw away so many sticky controllers.
Jesus Christ, you two.